Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We strap it up and we get better.
On the ready. Hut, hut.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow on play action. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On on second down. Mixon. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 32. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Uzama. Space to run past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. T. Higgins was the intended target. And now it's second down. And Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and it's definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Dolphins have got it.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tua. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there for the Dolphins.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them. They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2 and now, third and goal. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they go play action now. Burrow out to the left. He's got Sample there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? We're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Gostkowski's kick is good, and they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Dolphins. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Tua now on first down. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Now,
sometimes a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to pass. Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And then it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzomah, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First throw now for the backup, Allen. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. from the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Perine. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On 2nd and goal, Allen. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Stanley Morgan there to make the grab. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And meanwhile, Allen's throw caught here by Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 44, Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. This one swung out to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his pass incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Allen hits his running back, Pirro. Oh, no, he lost the football. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing is Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Fights loose. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Dolphins now down by 5. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. It's a big play there for Miami. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead this late in the contest.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Brissett. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possible, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Age.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense ready to go to work for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback in his second year with New England at 11th overall, the former MVP Cam Newton. Sony Michel, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Newton. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get that out to the flat to White. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on a punt for New England. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all,
It allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On third down, Michel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Third and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They fake the give. Newton looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Rolling to his left. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On third down, Michel. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up second down. Back to throw, Newton. Out to his left. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Throwing is Newton. This is White on the screen. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
We can't have that.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Following the penalty, Michel. And some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A give. This is Michel. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. New England on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. Newton now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa going deep here for Bryant. The guy's man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down, Michelle, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A chance for Waddle on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
The New England Patriots were seeking a good edge rusher. Matt Judon is now providing that, having come over from Baltimore. 30.5 sacks the last 4 years there. They expect him to get to the quarterback frequently.
Touchdown, Dolphins. It's complete. Will Fuller. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Waddle now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's got room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. Oh, look at the juke. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it. But
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Newton now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken at the goal line. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Olszewski now to return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, and this one complete to Smith. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, 63 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Rohrwasser now for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Newton on 1st down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. It's complete left side to Aguilar.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving core from a year ago. Really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On second down, they go back to White again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short, 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. Rohrwasser's kick is good. The wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Michel, they toss it out right to him. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Olszewski. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Michel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. It's caught inside the 25. And on the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 2nd down at 7. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton to Michel on the dump off. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now Newton on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Bernard McKinney, the former Texan, there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Newton. And caught by Henry.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dance.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 2 now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Pats, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire